Let's go project!
Oh, I don't know about that. The fact that Mr. Rhymes didn't notice Rifle is a small inconsistency. But it's a key point that proves what Mr. Rhymes was trying to do!
The penguin is a key point?
The show stage pool is very deep. If Rifle came to visit while Mr. Rhymes was at the bottom of this pool, he would have never noticed Rifle. Orcas can be out of the water for a short time without sustaining damage. But if they're out of the water for a long time, they weaken and eventually die. So in order to kill Orla, Mr. Rhymes had to drain the pool. And while the pool was drained of water, Mr. Shipley fell to his death. The show stage pool is about 65 feet deep, just like the Orca pool. Without water in the pool, a person could be made to fall 65 feet. Mr. Rhymes probably wondered what to do. If he continued with his plan to kill Orla, how would he dispose of Jack Shipley's body? So he devised a plan to kill two birds with one stone.
What? How?
Mr. Rhymes went down to the bottom of the pool and put the victim's body in the skull rock. He then had Miss Buckler move the rock and the body together.
Silence! And the witness made a defendant do this somehow without arousing her suspicion?
Precisely. Mr. Shipley told Miss Buckler that she couldn't perform in the new show. Miss Buckler became upset and wanted to switch back to the old version of the show. So Mr. Rhymes conveniently suggested that she take and hide a prop for the new show. Mr. Rhymes then manipulated Orla using her singing and lifesaver tricks. He schemed to have Orla find the body while Mr. Plume would be there, standing witness. He saddled Orla with a false charge of murder so that Orla would be put down!
What?
Ace's face was red and shaking, and his voice was full of fury, tinged with desperation.
That paper is a lie! Someone's trying to frame me!
Me. You said me, right?
Junpei's eyes narrowed, and the trap began to close. Ace inhaled sharply. His eyes flicked off of Junpei to something, anything else.
Wouldn't that mean you're admitting you're Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical? Or am I mistaken?
It was as though a switch had been flipped. The color drained from Ace's face, and as he realized what he'd done, his eyes went wide.
Very well. I admit that much. I am certainly the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical, Gentaro Hongo. So what if I am? I don't know anything about this nonary game that supposedly took place 9 years ago. Everything on that scrap of paper is bullshit. Someone is trying to set me up, you see. First of all,
Ace stammered as he tried desperately to work himself to a more tenable position.
Junpei, you're claiming I did all this by myself. Think that over, alright? How could I have killed Snake all by myself?
Not Snake. It was Guy X.
I don't care who it was! You said the killer put this other man into door 3, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Then I couldn't have possibly done that alone. I couldn't have opened door 3 with only myself and Guy X.
Nope, you could have.
What?
Ace's face was tight, and his teeth were clenched. Junpei fixed him with a level stare. The trap was about to close.
Actually, Ace, When you were unconscious, I took something from you. Remember when you were injected with that anesthetic and fell asleep in the big hospital room? Yeah, back then. I took this.
Junpei put his hand into his pocket.
No, you couldn't have.
Ace's right hand moved. Junpei smiled.
I got you, Ace. Your right hand there tells me all I needed to know. You want to tell me what you were so worried about? What's in your pocket? It's the number 9 bracelet, isn't it? Ace, Guy X, and the 9th man's bracelet. That was all you needed to open door 3. That's how you killed Guy X, all by yourself, Ace! All you needed was the number 9 bracelet in your chest pocket!
Ace lowered his hand from where it had stopped, halfway to his pocket. He looked down at the floor, his face hidden from Junpei. All he could see was the corner of Ace's mouth, twitching like a dying fish.
If you want to play innocent, that's fine by me. Go ahead. Tell me I don't have the bracelet, if that's what you want to do. But if you could take off your coat and hand it to me, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll have to take it from you by force. Right, Seven?
Yeah, it'd be my pleasure.
Seven cracked his knuckles with a sound like gunfire. Ace roared with laughter. He threw his arms wide and his head back and laughed, filling the room with a sound that scarcely belonged there. Then it stopped.
Now I just have to look for Franz. Elise is sure to be with him. Where am I supposed to start looking? I forgot how big the conservatoire is. Must I check every room on every floor? I walk around randomly, inspecting the faces of every male student in the vicinity. Sometimes I open a door to see the confused faces of the students in class, before closing it again. I'm starting to get tired. I've been doing this for a full 10 minutes. I stride over to a group of students. You there. Do any of you know Franz Byron?
Franz Byron? I don't think I do.
Nope, never heard of him.
His name sounds familiar, but I don't remember where I've heard it.
They're not helping, so I find another student.
Franz Byron? Oh, he's that famous student from the Department of Magical Science. Where you can find him? Sorry, I don't personally know him.
And another...
Franz Byron. Isn't he that student who's doing research under Professor Poe? Maybe you can find him if you look for Professor Poe.
These peasants. Just give me a simple answer! I spend the next 10 minutes asking around for Franz, but no one seems to know exactly who he is or where he is. Doesn't this dolt have any friends?
It was during that moment of silence that I noticed several glowing pinpricks of light in the darkness. Those few seemed to multiply around us, dancing softly in the breeze.
Fireflies.
Oh, how pretty. I've never seen anything like it. I reached out for one and gently cut my hands around it. When I opened them, the little light flew out like a gentle flame.
It's strange. I've never seen them in these gardens.
Do you think Eric?
No, there's no one out here to show them off to. Us even being here at all is mere coincidence.
I watched as a firefly circled the Count before landing on his shoulder. He froze on the spot, looking at it with a stiff expression as if unsure what to do. A giggle escaped my lips. You're going to have to breathe sometime soon, you know? A little movement won't hurt it. He let out a slow breath, visibly relaxing.
Easy for you to say. You're as tiny and delicate as they are. You don't have to worry about their fragility as much.
I lifted an eyebrow at his words. Delicate? His eyes were still glued to the firefly. His eyes followed it sadly when it flew into the air to join the others.
This beauty, for us, is just a fleeting moment. Yet for them, it is at the climax of their lives. And soon they will all be gone, leaving nothing but dust.
Even if this is just a moment, it's something that I will remember for the rest of my life. The Count looked at me then, and for a second I could have sworn I saw his cheeks flame red under the faint glow of the flickering lights. It was gone as soon as it came. My eyes must be playing tricks on me. I only just barely managed to hear him whisper softly.
I'll remember it too.
Franz! Why did you stand me up last light day? Didn't we promise to go watch a kinetoscope?
Good morning, Aretha. Aretha looks at Elise. She then looks at me. Then at Elise again. And me again. Good morning, Aretha?
Whoa! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Aretha suddenly gasps and shouts loudly, covering her mouth with a hand.
Franz! Franz has become a man! How could you, Franz? Haven't you been saving your first time for my 18th birthday?
No!
You hadn't been saving it?
I'm not saving it for you.
This is unbelievable. I took my eyes away from you for a weekend and look what happened.
Aretha, cut it out. Nothing happened last night.
Oh, and poor me. I've always been faithful to you, but you, no!
She's enjoying this, isn't she?
The library seems like a good place to start today. These shelves comprise the religion and political science section. The titles of the books here are incredibly obtuse. Just the thought of reading one makes me drowsy. I don't think that'll help. About the Invincible Armada. The name given to the Spanish Navy during what is known as the Age of Exploration. With over 100,000-ton ships and 65,000 crew members, it almost subjugated all of England. Through the might of its navy, Spain was seen as the kingdom on which the sun will never set. Huh, interesting.
A legendary soul who wields dual pistols? I could see that being Date Masamune. Tough question, man. But it's kind of fun to brainstorm all the possible answers.
Thanks for the help, I guess.
A legendary soul who dual wields pistols? That makes me think of... Billy the Kid? Calamity Jane? No, I'm sorry, that isn't right.
His servant doesn't look much like an Old West outlaw. But then what in the world could his servant's identity be? In any case, I have to return to my own investigation. I really don't know enough yet.
What's that? It isn't a cell phone.
Whoa. Sachi-san's nearly leaning over my shoulder. Hasn't she seen a phone before? It's a cell phone. Oh, cell phone's short for cellular telephone. There were like regular phones when Sachi-san was alive, right?
Oh, even I know what a cell phone is. Everyone has one these days.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
But there aren't any buttons on yours, Unisan.
Oh, that's because this is a smartphone.
Smartphone?
You use it like this instead of with buttons. I slid my finger across the screen, showing off a few different apps.
Wow.
Whoa. Her eyes went wide as saucers.
What's happening? You're making it work just by touching it, Unisan?
What is happening?
Cell phones these days sure are something. Could you show me more of it later?
Sure, I don't mind. That's kind of unexpected. I guess Sachi-san's interested in stuff like this.
Megami knows a little more about these things. She likes to look at magazines and such when the students read them in their classrooms.
Is that so? Ghosts are even stealing glances at her magazines, huh?
Today's gonna be the day. Today we kick Mr. Wolf's shyness to the curb and hear him sing. Oh, I always forget the words to this song. Do you know them, Mr. Wolf?
No.
Huh? Whoa. This must be the set where Mr. Bandages filmed his creepy music video. Mr. Wolf, sing something. Wait, where are you going? New challenge from Eric. You have to sing a song right now, or we lose all our points. This is not a drill.
But
Hey! Check out this piano. Sure would be a shame if no one sang a song with it, huh?
I'm sorry.
Resident musician, I'm looking at you. Karaoke ambush!
What?
This shouldn't be this hard. It's your job! Fine, you win. But one of these days, Wolf. One of these days.
Look at Ikusawa's actual cause of death, or the numerous wounds scattered all over her body.
Negs, come on, man! Did you actually read the Monokuma file?
More than you, maybe. Additionally, there are numerous wounds visible in multiple locations on the deceased body. However, these wounds were not incurred in the last few days, but at some earlier time.
See, it's right there. Those wounds didn't happen in the last few days. That means they don't have anything to do with this.
And what if the murder itself didn't occur in the last few days?
I'm sorry, what?
If it had already been some time since her murder when the corpse was discovered, then the wounds that killed her wouldn't have to have been inflicted in the last few days, would they?
I don't buy it. She had those wounds before she even got here.
What? How do you know?
Isn't it obvious? She's the super duper high school mercenary, which means she...
You're wrong about that.
I've been shot down. I haven't even said anything yet. No, stop. You're killing me. That's seriously not funny at all. At least listen to what I have to say before shooting it down.
If you're gonna go in assuming that you're gonna get shot down, why even say anything at all?
As a soldier, she's crossed countless battlefields. To put it simply, the wounds covering her body were obviously inflicted on the battlefield.
Are you done?
Meow! Not even a rebuttal! You hear that? I said it all cutesy.
No worries, dude. There's nothing cute about you.
To put it simply, the wounds covering her body were obviously inflicted on the battlefield.
That's not all there is to her.
A door opens and a woman emerges from inside a room.
Welcome home, Aretha. Oh, you're bringing a friend over?
Hi, Mom. This is Elise.
Good evening, ma'am. My name is Elise Shelley.
Elise Shelley? It's my pleasure to meet you, Elise. My name is Alanis Blyton. My patients usually call me Dr. Blyton, but you can call me Alanis.
Alanis has a warm smile. She's very composed, unlike Aretha, who is constantly beaming with energy. It's my pleasure to meet you too, Alanis. Are you a doctor?
Yes, I am, though most likely not the kind of doctor you have in mind.
Huh? Don't all doctors heal patients' wounds and cure diseases?
Not all of them. My healing isn't done with magic.
She smiles softly with a mysterious glimmer in her eyes.
I heal people's minds. I'm known as a psychiatrist.
A psychiatrist?
Elise, do you know about magic systems?
I just learned about them a couple of hours ago. Yes, kind of.
What do you think would happen to a system if one of its components broke?
Oh, I know this one! If it happened in my chassis machine, I'm sure the whole system would stop functioning.
Well, that's not always... Never mind.
Aretha wanted to say that some machines are equipped with a fail-safe that keeps the most important functionality working even in the event of a failure. But generally speaking, Elise, you are correct. The system would not be working as intended if a component failed. A human being is also a system, and that system starts with the mind, so when the mind breaks down, we have to do something about it. We study magic as a science, and science is rational, but as long as there is human element in magic, it will never be completely rational because humans are irrational. In order to fully understand magic, we must understand the human mind.
I want things to go well for everyone, of course. That's why we're helping like this. But I wouldn't want to change whatever answer they come to. They're answers they'll arrive at after thinking long and hard about the other person, after all. Well, Yuna-san, let's head back.
Right. I walked beside Sachi-san. The sun was setting now, the sky outside alight with bright red. Ghost or not, the light of the evening sun dyed Sachi-san's hair and skin with a crimson tint.
I hear exams are coming up.
Yes, I won't have time to stay after school the week before them. It might be harder to help you.
Yes, I know. That's alright. Everyone will be focused solely on their studies after all. You should study hard as well, Yuna-san. As a student, you mustn't neglect your work.
Right. Sachi-san really seems mature sometimes.
Oh, it's you. So you qualified for the actual tournament as well. I believe that I remarked that we would meet again.
It's Leo. The force of his presence overwhelms his seemingly innocent appearance. Before, it felt like he was a wolf let loose in the chicken coop. Now I feel out of place. And he isn't alone. Behind him stands a shadowy figure, radiating the same aura of strength. The figure is clad in armor and armed with a sword. His aura marks him as a servant.
Oh, Gawain? How forgetful of me. Gawain, introduce yourself.
I am his servant, Gawain. I'm pleased to meet you, and hope you will be a worthy foe.
As the armored figure nods in greeting, an enigmatic smile forms on his lips. He is the exemplar of knighthood, and, though a servant, has the same bearing as his master. Sir Gawain, one of the Knights of the Round Table mentioned in the legends of King Arthur. It's said that his prowess rivaled King Arthur's, and his holy sword was equal in power to Excalibur. It's obvious that he is a saber-class servant. It won't be too hard to learn more about him. Maybe I'll discover a weakness of his. I'm sure Leo is aware of how much information he's given me, but he seems unconcerned. It's obvious that he chooses not to concern himself with such things as subtlety or tactics. For him, if something is destined to be revealed, so be it. From his point of view, his victory is all but assured. His superiority over others reinforced every day since he was born.
I must take my leave now. I hope to see you again. Please fight with honor and pride.
A sudden gust of wind caused me to lose my balance and almost fall into the creek.
Gotcha!
Thankfully, Mr. Wolf caught hold of me before I could actually hit the water. He pulled me away from the creek.
That was close.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Don't mention it. You would have done the same for me, right?
Yep. Although, we both probably would have ended up in the water in that case.
What is it with people and falling these days? Mr. Bandages fell into a lake. Miss Archer and Eric fell down the stairs. Miss Archer nearly fell into the creek. And yet you refuse to fall into my arms, Miss Archer?
Sorry. but I'm going to be the one to be there to catch her when she falls.
Oh, bold words.
I looked at Mr. Wolf to see that he was blushing, but still had a determined expression on his face.
The timid wolf is growing a backbone. Yay. Can we get going now?
This sounds pretty hard. In any case, Maki-san and Ihara-senpai, 2 of the broadcasting club trio, and those 2 ghosts, I had no idea there were so many people around me in girl-girl romances. I find it a little surprising, or rather, I don't really get it. Are there normally this many? Is it because we're an all-girls school? Megumi asked me today what I thought of girls liking other girls. What I said to her then wasn't a lie. I was caught off guard since I hadn't given it any thought, but I didn't think they were stupid and I didn't think it was creepy. I just thought, so that happens too. That's a thing. I mean, Maki-san, that first year, and the flash of her face I saw after she delivered her letter, I bet she couldn't make a face like that if she wasn't really in love. The only reason I wasn't sure was probably because I've never been in love myself, and not just with another girl, of course. And what I'm doing now, helping people like that, when I thought about it again, this is really none of my business at all, is it? Finding out who likes who and helping them get together? Yeah, no matter how I think about it, my cheeks are burning. What the heck am I doing? I never imagined I'd be involved in something like this, doing all these things for other people. I'm already doing all this thinking about it, trying to figure out how to make it all work and what I should do. This is... I hung my head for a moment. The drawer of my desk came into view. It was locked shut. All of a sudden, my head cleared. Calm down. Don't panic. Take it slow. I'll just do it quietly so I don't stand out. Whatever I can do to help. I have to do it that way. Because it really isn't any of my business.
Which is why many professional sorcerer players incorporate physical exercises in addition to magic practice into their training. Furthermore...
What did you say?
I beg your pardon.
Please repeat what you just told me. The exact sentence.
Many professional sorcerer players incorporate...
That's it! You're a damned genius! I rise up from my chair, with my finger pointed at my tutor's fat, pock-marked nose.
What? By the way, please mind your language, my lord. Your father would be angry if he heard that.
That's it! Sorcerer!
My lord? My lord, is something wrong?
Au contraire! Something is right! When is my next sorcerer match?
That would be tomorrow evening, my lord.
Make it this evening.
What?
I'm going out. You work on rescheduling my match. I rush out of the room without waiting for a reply.
My lord, there's still an hour before you can have your break, and you can't just reschedule your match like that. What about your...
One more thing, Naegi. Would you mind if I rambled at you for a bit?
What about?
To start from the end. I was unable to sort things out. Rather, I found myself growing less and less certain of things, including my own feelings.
She's talking about her dad, isn't she?
That's one question I'll never be able to answer. Not now and not ever.
All because of the puppet master.
But there's one thing that has made itself clear to me. I can't let the puppet master go unpunished. I want nothing more than to defeat him, and now I have one more reason to do so.
An intense flame had risen in Kirigiri's eyes. Her determination to triumph over the puppet master.
It's odd that I would come to feel this way after learning of that man's death. Had he been alive and well, living a happy life, I'm sure I wouldn't have even given it a second thought. So why, then, is it so hard for me to accept that that's not how it turned out? It's absurd. I don't understand it one bit.
Her lips curved up into a smile. And she let out a small, sorrowful laugh.
Well, that's enough chit-chat for now. There are still things left to be done.
Yeah, there are.
Never forget that there is only one truth. Whether it be just or whether it be unjust. Whether it be righteous or whether it be wicked.
What do you mean?
Even if the truth you find is wrought in despair, don't lose hope.
Of course I won't. After all, my one redeeming quality is my optimism, right?
That's right. Sorry to bore you with my silly rambling. Well, I'm going to head out now. Until we meet again at the final class trial.
Oh, I'll throw something, all right. I quickly made a snowball and threw it at his head.
What?
Bullseye!
Ouch! What the hell?
He turned to see my grinning face and glared.
If you think I'm going to let you get away with that, you're dead wrong!
He quickly scooped up some snow, and I darted behind a tree just in time to avoid getting hit with the snowball he threw at me. I ducked low, gathering snow to make a number of snowballs.
You're hiding like a coward?
No, I'm a strategist. I started pelting him with snowballs, making sure to move around so he wouldn't be able to get a clear shot.
Hey, unfair! You can't throw more than one at once! What happened to the rules?
There aren't any rules! It's a free-for-all!
Oh, a free-for-all, huh?
I watched in horror as he charged through the volley of snowballs I was sending his way. Oh, crap! Before I had time to move, he tackled me to the ground.
I win.
You can't win that way.
Why not? You said there were no rules.
No rules about throwing snow, not people. Who's throwing themselves at someone now, huh? Can you get off me now? You're kind of heavy. He quickly scrambled to get off me. I picked myself off the ground just in time to see him head back into the mansion. That was quick. Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Wait a minute. I think I just uttered something very amazing.
Wow, the staircase is curved like in Maison.
What was I saying again? My parents are traveling abroad. No, not that.
Oh! So this is what you meant by your house being just a unit in the building.
After that, it will just be you and me alone at home.
It's a lovely house. Hey, this couch is like the one we had in my old house.
Me and Elise, alone at home. Whoa! I didn't think about this before, but I'm actually bringing a girl home and she is staying overnight. My heart suddenly starts to beat faster.
Wow. This is like the quality assurance office at our factory. Is this your bedroom, Franz?
Yeah, this is my... Huh? Bedroom? When did I get here? Wait a minute. Did I just lead a girl straight into my room? Is it supposed to be this easy? Elise is smiling without a care. Her face is a picture of innocence.
Franz?
Yeah, this is my bedroom. Her gleaming eyes wander from one corner of the room to the next. Okay, calm down. Let's rationally analyze the situation. Why would Elise not be worried about sleeping in the same room with a man she just met? A, she isn't aware of the danger. B, she doesn't see me as a man. C, she's completely okay with it.
Your bed looks so comfortable.
Answer A, she isn't aware of the danger, is impossible, considering that until this morning, she had been living at Maison de Beauvoir. She must be hyper aware of how men think. Answer B, she doesn't see me as a man, is also impossible because, come on, I'm the definition of classic gentlemanly good looks. So, That only leaves...
Well, thanks for showing me your bedroom, Franz. I'll go sleep on the couch in the living room. Good night!
The door closes behind me.
I thanked him one last time before turning and running in the direction I'd seen Mr. Wolf go. I turned a corner and almost ran straight into a startled servant. Oh, have you seen?
A red-faced wolf? Yeah, he went that way.
I said a hasty thanks before continuing my mad dash in the direction indicated. I caught sight of Mr. Wolf as I rounded another corner. Hey! Mr. Wolf! Wait up! He didn't listen, however. In fact, did he just speed up? I continued to chase him through the halls, but it wasn't long before I got frustrated with this. If he won't stop on his own, then I'll just have to make him. I'll tackle him. I broke into an all-out sprint and tackled him to the ground.
What are you doing?
I could ask you that. Why were you running away from me?
Could you get off me?
Not unless you promise not to run away again.
I promise.
Taking him at his word, I quickly got up.
Fuck.
The sound of Mr. Bandage's cursing had me turning around just in time to see the Count move in front of him. What?
Grab my mask!
At that moment, I saw Mr. Wolf chase after a flying black object, which I could only assume was Mr. Bandage's mask. Seeing that Mr. Wolf was having no luck actually catching it, I gave chase. Mr. Wolf and I chased the mask around the area, but every time we thought we had it, another gust of wind would just blow it away.
How can the two of you be unable to grab a single mask?
He thinks it's so easy. I'll show him. I put all of my effort into catching the mask, and after a while, it finally paid off. Yes! Breathing hard, I walked over to the Count and Mr. Bandages and handed over the mask.
Objection! Well, fuck me, I guess.
Athena.
I've analyzed the hearts of all kinds of people. I have enough experience to see when I look into your heart that you haven't given up. So that objection was my way of speaking up for your heart.
She's right. Why would I become a lawyer again only to give up? I have to keep fighting! Thank you, champ. With your help, I've remembered the old right way.
The right way?
Your Honor! I'm not done here!
Do you have anything else to ask this witness?
You cross-examined all the witnesses and presented all your evidence.
Objection! All the witnesses? I don't think so. I haven't cross-examined the most important one, the central figure in both cases. The one involved in not only the case a year ago, but this current case too. I've never called her as a witness, but it's time to do so now!
Who are you talking about? I demand you tell the court immediately. Who is this central figure in both cases?
The defense calls a central figure in both cases Orla the Yorka!
What? It was me. I was, beyond a shadow of doubt, looking at myself.
Before we begin, Naegi, you should know that I will be recording the contents of this interview.
I understand. I was sitting face to face with the headmaster. He was talking to me. But then me watching it all take place. I had no memory of it happening. Never mind the interview. I had no memory of having ever even met the headmaster. And yet...
Well then, I'll get straight to the point. Naegi, you may very well spend the rest of your life inside this academy. Do I have your consent?
Yes. No way. I said yes?
I'm sorry to have put you through this.
What other choice do we have?
As long as you're inside the Academy, I will do everything in my power to protect you. As the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster, I give you my word.
The video cut out for a second time. And the cycle repeated over and over again.
Yes, Mr. Togami.
Togami.
Miss Toko.
Fukawa.
Aoi.
I'm in it with you all the way. Look, I know this is supposed
Asahina.
to be a serious moment right now,
And everyone else.
really, as long as there's donuts,
Each and every one of them agreed to a
Whatever I
life
can do
sealed
to
up
make your
inside the
life
school.
more comfortable here, Miss Asahina, I will.
Even
Kyoko.
Carrie.
I know
There was
it's
a recording of
strange
her
for a
interview
father to be
too.
locking his own daughter inside an
She
academy
really
for the
did
rest
meet
of
him.
her life.
The
I'm
headmaster.
sorry, but it has to
Her
be
dad.
I hope you understand.
And she responded just as everyone else had when he asked
Do you
his question.
Yes.
Thank you.
She agreed to
And I'm
spend her
truly
whole
sorry,
life here. Just as Kiri's interview looked like it was about to end. The power to the monitor suddenly cut out.
I turned to the Count just in time to see him slap a hand over one of his eyes.
What? What happened?
One of my contacts fell out.
We could help you look, but with all this snow...
It's fine. I carry spares with me.
He turned his back towards us as he put his contacts back in.
Why all the secrecy with your eye color?
You're one to talk, mister. I'll bandage my head during a fire alarm even though everyone can see my hair color.
Blue is pretty common anyway. Just look at mine. The Count turned back to us once he replaced his missing contact lens.
Let's keep going, shall we?
In answer to the notice sent to my terminal, I reluctantly head to the bulletin board. On that now dreaded white piece of paper posted there, 2 names have been written. The first name is my own. The other name is... Master Shinji Mato. Battlefield. 1st Chimeric Lunar Sea. How great him.
So, you're my first opponent? I'm surprised you even managed to qualify.
And right on cue, at some point during my initial shock, Shinji came up beside me.
But I guess here anything is possible. Hey, you might even be the most powerful Magus here. We're at different levels even though we're friends.
Were we,
But
though?
still, I should congratulate you. Hey, didn't you just barely squeak through the prelims? I guess you're a charity case. I guess being mediocre has its advantages. You get all these handicaps and whatnot. Keep in mind that this tournament is all about true strength, so don't get too overconfident. And the guys who are running this are geniuses. Just look at how intense the first round is. Come on. I mean, forcing people to give up friendships in order to win? That's pretty insane. Oh, what a cruel mistress fate can be, right? Even me, the strongest master here, is pained by this.
After that little outburst, Shinji puts on a plastic smile and pats me on the shoulder.
Well, let's keep things clean, okay? It should be a good fight. After all, you're a master too.
I can't tell if he was insulting me or not.
When we see each other again, it'll be as enemies. Don't let our former friendship hold you back. Well, later, loser.
I have to fight Shinji and his servant. No matter how many times I repeat myself, the meaning of the words fail to register in my brain. Do I have to kill a friend? A fellow human being, when I don't have any clue as to why? This whole situation has fast become a nightmare. If Shinji is making light of the situation, why do I feel like I'm trapped in hell?
There's something I want to know even more than that.
Oh, you're looking unusually serious. You got a tummy ache.
Is the Puppet Master only one person? I've got it all figured out. Every last one of you's in cahoots with the Puppet Master! You're all pulling the wool over my eyes! Eh? Aren't you? Every last one of you's in cahoots with the Puppet Master! I'm positive, dude! I've even got proof!
You took the words right out of my mouth! I'm the one being deceived by all of you! I've got proof, too!
Fancy that. I have proof of my own, too. Proof that everyone here is conspiring against me.
What are you talking about? How could there be 3 people with proof?
Hold on, I have something similar.
Oh, man!
It's not just the 3 of you. I have the same proof too.
Huh? You too, Negs?
The proof you guys are talking about is his group photo, right?
Yeah, that's it. Huh? Wait, that's not right. I'm in the picture you have. But that doesn't make sense, because in the picture I have... Look! I'm the only one not here!
This is my chance to apologize to Elise. Elise.
Yes!
She still won't look me in the eye. I'm sorry.
Huh?
At last she meets my gaze, wide-eyed and flustered. I'd like to apologize about what I said to you 2 days ago. She is fidgeting in her seat and looking down at her feet. I suppose she won't make this easy for me. I saw you going to Maison de Beauvoir, so I just thought that you were, At any rate, it was entirely my mistake. Just because you were there doesn't mean you worked there. I am very sorry about my behavior the other day. Elise hesitates for a moment, but she finally looks me straight in the eyes.
Okay.
Okay? You'll forgive me?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, Elise.
Okay.
There they are. That ignoble little weasel and his servant. Master, it is common to see your foes in the arena. You never know what will become of such a meeting, but perhaps we can learn more about their plans.
Her eyes are up there, Hakuno. Stop staring, stop staring, stop staring.
Hakuno, you're late! While you were crawling along like the slug you are, I obtained the trigger. What's with that look? Your skills are pathetic compared to mine, so don't be so harsh on yourself. And speaking of you losing, let me introduce you to my servant. I'm gonna win, not like it matters to me. If you can't even get your cipher keys, you might as well accept your game over right here and now. Seriously, feel free to turn her into a bullet-ridden corpse whenever you feel like it.
Okay. But are you sure you're done gloating? I found myself enjoying your meaningless chatter. As you can see, when it comes to talking to others, my master has the manners of a dog's backside, right? Seeing him actually having a conversation with you, I thought we could settle this peacefully.
Where in the hell do you get off analyzing me? She is my enemy. Will you hurry up and maim her already?
Well, look at the tough guy. I have to admit, I admire the fact that you're evil enough to give a friend a beatdown. The darkness of your grubby little soul is impressive, Pipsqueak. Oh, yes, I expect a generous reward later.
Wait a second, we're not supposed to fight now.
Stand back, Master. This will be fun.
No way in hell.
Shinji, call off your servant.
Fire.
Hey, she takes orders from me.
Fire.
Yeah! Fuck her
Dance
up!
for me.
Saber, stop it! We can't beat them right now!
One more time!
Saber, please!
Open fire!
It's not over yet.
Look sharp! Hold fast!
She's strong.
Here, take this.
Thank you.
Oh, healing? Really?
Show no quarter! Log off!
Shinji, please, call her off!
Are you kidding? This is too much fun!
Can you bring a sword to a gunfight?
Oh, right, the game. Do you want to make a snowman?
I haven't done that in ages. Mira doesn't really like to get her clothes dirty. We worked together to make the snowman, giggling as we added bits and pieces to make it look better. After a while, we stood back to observe our art.
There's still something missing.
Oh, I know! He needs a carrot nose.
You're right.
Let's go get one.
Are we allowed in the kitchen at night?
Does it matter if no one finds out? As long as we don't get caught, they won't miss one measly carrot.
I guess.
Come on, live a little.
You're right. Let's do this.
We returned to the eerily quiet mansion.
Guess everyone's asleep.
All the better for our sneak attack.
Sneak attack?
Yep.
Do you know how to get to the kitchen?
Yes, just follow me. We quietly made our way to the kitchen. Now, to find the carrots. After looking for much longer than I'd have liked, Mr. Wolf held up a carrot.
Found it!
Good work! Before I could say any more, a man walked into the kitchen.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
Run!
Hey, what?
Mr. Wolf and I ran past the man and out of the kitchen. We kept running until we were outside the mansion. Then we collapsed on the snow-covered ground.
That was more fun than I expected.
Yeah. You still have the carrot, right?
Of course.
He showed me the carrot.
Do you want to do the honors?
I got up and dusted myself off before holding out my hand to Mr. Wolf. He tried to hand me the carrot, but I caught his wrist and pulled him up instead. Come on. We made him together, so we'll do this together.
Okay.
We both held onto the carrot as we pushed it into place on the snowman's face. Then we took a step back to examine our handiwork. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Let's go project!